Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Loeb. I'm the executive director here at Cincinnati's Ronald McDonald House, and I am so excited to welcome you to our world's largest house party. We're celebrating the opening of our beautiful new building. On Monday, we officially cut the ribbon of our expansion, which makes Cincinnati's house the largest of 376 Ronald McDonald houses around the world. Whether you're joining us via social media or on our event page, we're thrilled you're here with us tonight. These amazing new spaces were created to help care for and support 177 guest families every day who call our house home, and you're going to meet some of them while we're here together tonight. It took many corporate, community, and individual sponsors to make tonight's celebration possible. We are so grateful for the generosity and continued support of our community. With your help, we can continue to care for future families like the ones you'll meet tonight. And I'll be sharing more about ways that you can make a difference throughout this evening. If you're moved by the stories you hear tonight, we would be so grateful for your support. You can use the donate button or you can visit our website. I want to give a big hello to all the guest families who are joining us tonight from around the world. When you come to Cincinnati, we know you have so much you're dealing with and so much on your plate. And it's our honor for all of us and our team here at Ronald McDonald House to try to help ease your burdens and give you a beautiful space to rest and unwind here at our house. Let's get started with the tour so you can see these incredible new spaces firsthand. I'm standing in our tower living room, and the spaces around us give our families so many opportunities to unwind, to connect with other families, and to make lasting memories together. Let's take a look. Cincinnati's Ronald McDonald House is more than just a place for families to spend the night. We have an incredible room that we call our active play space. It's so much more than an indoor playground. When it's nice outside, families love our outdoor playground. There's something here for everyone. Our playrooms offer a variety of toys and games. Our arts and crafts space is a great space where families can be creative together. The walls are actually giant dry erase boards, so we love to see the masterpieces that are drawn on these walls. Our game room has the latest gaming systems. All of these spaces will help families relax and recharge after a long day at the hospital. We've waited a long time for this moment to see our families react to these new spaces. I want to introduce you now to the Lopez family, who comes to us all the way from Hawaii. They've lived with us nearly 400 nights while their son underwent a bone marrow transplant. During their time here, Isa found out she was pregnant. Her third son was born prematurely and spent weeks in the NICU. Although they're back home in Hawaii now, they recently learned that they'll have to return to Cincinnati because their third son has the same disease as his big brother, and he will also need a bone marrow transplant. Aloha, Isa. We know that this is a really bittersweet time for your family, and we thank you for joining us tonight. We know you'll be back here in the near future and that the reason is difficult. So since you saw our house before the expansion, and now you've seen a video of the new spaces tonight, can you tell us what you think about the new space?
Hi, my name is Isa Lopez, and what I think about the spaces, it's definitely something my kids would enjoy. They were very sad about the playground being torn, but now seeing what you showed me, there's the active play and the outdoor and the game room and the arts and crafts. I actually can already imagine them playing there. I can see them running around and all of that. So it really looks good. And with all the windows and the light, you could still feel like you're outdoors while you're indoors when it's cold, because we are we're gonna be very cold. But yeah, that's what I think about the places. They really look good.
So tell me, Isa, how will the spaces in our new house make a difference for your family while you're here?
Spaces like this will definitely make us feel like we're at home again. My kids already loved the Ronald McDonald House before, and every year they talk about they cannot wait to be back there to visit. It's like their big house, and now it's their bigger, super big house. Yeah, it will help us feel at home. It will make them feel like, I guess, they can still be outdoors. They love to be outdoors. They love to play. And with the virus going around, we've been home. And even when we're going to be there, I know they'll still feel happy. They'll be happy for sure. They always remember happy things in Cincinnati. And with the spaces, with, again, like you showed me, the playground, I can already imagine all of them there running around. And that would just make them feel so much like their home.
Thank you so much, Isa. We know that under different circumstances, you wouldn't have to stay with us again, but we hope you'll find relief in knowing that the next time you come to Cincinnati with your family for treatment, that you'll have this big, beautiful house to call your home again. The main reason why we expanded is so that we could increase the number of our guest bedrooms. For years, our house has had a long wait list, and it would take days, weeks, or even months to get a room at our house. Now we have 99 additional guest bedrooms to help keep families together and close to the care they need. That's a total of 177 bedrooms. Let's take a closer look. Many of our guest families live in our house for weeks or months or even over a year at a time. Our bedrooms feature ample built-in storage to accommodate lots of personal items and medical equipment. The bathrooms are spacious and can support a variety of medical needs. Each of our bedrooms features large windows and artwork showcasing the beauty of Cincinnati. When Titus was just 3 months old, he underwent a bone marrow transplant to help his fight against a rare genetic disease. He and his family lived at our house for more than 100 nights. Titus's mom, Charlotte, is with us tonight. Hi, Charlotte. I see you have some special guests with you tonight. If you would, why don't you introduce us? And then also tell us a little bit about how you made your room feel special while you lived at our house.
I'm Charlotte, and this is Titus. Can you say hi? And this is his dog, Buddy. And we stayed at the house for several nights, and it was super easy to make it our own. We plastered the walls with cards from family members, pictures that our nieces and nephews had drawn. We brought several comforting toys from home that Titus really found to be a comfort while we were in the hospital and when we were out of the house. And it was just it was just our home for several months. It was a great place to call home.
So what do you think it will mean for families to no longer have to wait for a room?
Staying at the house was huge because we were just a few steps away from children's, and there were definitely nights where Titus was not doing so well, and it was just really comforting knowing that we could take turns going and taking a break at the house and still be able to get to the house within 2 minutes if we needed to. So it was just really good to have that. And I know other families will really appreciate being able to be so close also.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. We appreciate you being here tonight and sharing what the house means to you. When Charlotte and Titus were living with us, I know that they would have loved the next space we're about to show you, our amazing rooftop. When you spend so much time in a hospital, stress can be inevitable. That's why it was so important for us to give families a place where they can get fresh air and relax and regroup. It's not very easy to see at night, so take a look at this footage that we shot earlier today to really show it off. While we are fortunate to be so close to the hospital, sometimes it's important for our guest families to feel like they can get away from it all. Our rooftop offers a peaceful oasis with breathtaking views of the surrounding communities. No matter the time of day, this space offers families a break from the routine and a chance to catch their breath and relax outdoors. The rooftop really shows off our beautiful neighborhood here in Avondale, and we are so thankful to have this beautiful outdoor space for our families. For the last stop on our tour, we're now in our guest family kitchen, which is one of my favorite transformations of this whole project. Before our new building, our chefs prepared meals with much the same supplies you'd have in your own kitchen at home, but now we're excited to show you these beautiful new spaces. Our Taste of Hope kitchen helps us feed 177 families every day. It features professional-grade equipment, plenty of space for our volunteer groups, and a serving line where families can select from a variety of healthy, delicious meals. We also have a separate kitchen space for guest families so that they can prepare their own food on their own schedules. For our guest families, not having to prepare meals is a huge weight lifted off of their shoulders. And tonight, since we're celebrating our beautiful new home for families, there's no celebration that's complete without cake. So we've actually delivered cakes to all of our guest families tonight. I have one to enjoy here in a moment. First, I want to introduce you to the Gilberts. They have lived at our house for more than 200 nights with their twin girls, Kinsey and Kylie, who faced many challenges when they were born, but continue to grow stronger each year. So hi, Tracy. We're so glad you're here. Thanks for joining us tonight. We know that you love our house so much that you've actually come back and prepared meals yourself through our Taste of Hope program. Can you tell us a little more about that?
So the Taste of Hope meal program meant so much to us when we stayed there. It was such a huge relief not to have to worry about where we were going to get food or have to order out. So whenever we came home, it meant a lot to us to give back. We knew what it was when we were in the house, what it meant, how nice it was. And so we just felt like that was something we could give back to the house and everyone staying there.
So how did having the kitchen at our house help this feel more like home for your family?
Being able to cook our own meals, whenever we had time or wanted to was huge. I remember my best friend came for a day visit and she brought ingredients and recipe and we just went to the kitchen, and it was so therapeutic just to hang out and make something from home, to have a little taste there and just have that experience of normalcy of just laughing with my best friend in the kitchen was huge.
So you'll continue to need our house as your girls grow. How will our expansion help your family?
It will be amazing not to have to be on a wait list and have to worry about, are we going to get a room? Are we not going to get a room? We're on the wait list, but we're not sure we'll get in. That's just so stressful all the time. So not having that will be awesome. And my girls are now getting older and more active, so more spaces to play in a bigger house is going to be amazing.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Tracy. It will be our honor to welcome you and your family back the next time you're in Cincinnati. We're now back in our living room, so I can introduce you to one more family. If you've followed our house for a while, you may remember us sharing the story of Matthew. We showed you how Matthew and his family relied on our house as he battled cancer for the third time. After leaving a year ago, his family has found themselves back at our house, and Matthew and his parents will share with you why.
First time I got diagnosed, didn't really understand anything about it. Second time I got diagnosed, I was really mad. And then the third time I got diagnosed, I didn't really even care.
That boy's sitting in there getting chemo pumped into him. Like this past bone marrow transplant, he had 197 doses of chemotherapy. And he's just laying there smiling.
Matthew's at the age now where he don't really want to talk about it. He just wants to be normal.
It's not really like a big shock anymore. It's kind of like, after so many times, I'm so used to it, I kind of get straight to the point. I'm like, okay, so what are we doing? Because the sooner I can start, the sooner I can get out of here.
It is kind of heartbreaking for a kid his age to have to go through this 4 times. This has been his whole teenage life.
A lot of it is sit there and wait for the discharge papers. They give you a little bit of freedom, you take a mile, let you try. It makes me really happy. It takes me out of the whole hospital mindset. I'm very social, like, I need people. So like being alone or only stuck with 2 people for 6 months at a time is not fun.
He fights so hard, and he deserves all the love and support and help that we can give him. So, and here comes the tears. Stop it.
Every moment, every minute is precious. What I want the city to know is you are extremely, extremely blessed to live in a city that is home to the largest Ronald McDonald House in the world.
This place is open for everybody. It's a place to live. It's food in your tummy. A lot of the people that we've met here, we still keep in contact with, and they're all wonderful people, and we take from each of those families wonderful memories. And
you're blessed to be here and have this in your backyard. I'm very proud of him and proud of the fight that he's put up in the past, 5 years. It's been 5 years now.
Matthew and his parents have already lived with us for more than 350 nights in the last 4 years. Without our house, they would be sleeping in their car or in a chair by Matthew's bedside in the hospital. But instead, they're living here in our house thanks to you. They can come back to their own private bedroom, eat a warm meal, and get comfort and support from other families who know exactly what they're going through. For those of you who are watching tonight on our event site, you may have noticed the generous gifts that we've been receiving for our Adopt a Family campaign. These gifts help families like Matthew's each and every year, and tonight we're launching a special campaign to help us care for so many more families from around the world now and in the future. If you would like to join us and make a difference for families like those you have met tonight, we would welcome your support and generosity. You can either click on the donate button or you can visit our website. And please know that every single gift will make a huge difference toward this goal and toward helping care for so many more families. To our guest families who are watching us tonight from all around the world, please know that we will always be here for you when you need us. And on behalf of the board, staff, and volunteers at Cincinnati's Ronald McDonald House, I want to thank you, every single person watching tonight, for all you do to care for and support our families. You are the ones who make our mission possible, and we would not be able to provide this loving home without everything you do for our families. You are the reason why they are able to call our house home when they're in Cincinnati. We are so grateful that you joined us tonight, and it only makes sense that we end things on a high note. We have so much to celebrate tonight. Pones has been a great friend to our house for many years. They teach our guests dances, they come and do yoga demonstrations at the house, and so much more. So in honor of our celebration tonight, they created a dance just for us, and they even let me take part. So I'm excited to show it to you tonight. Enjoy.